I'm pinned to the front screen, so you never need to worry about that. But welcome to Vinyasa Yoga. I'm Katie. I'll be your instructor for the next 60 minutes of our practice today. We're going to go ahead today and start out on our bellies. So come down to your mat, lay out nice and long. You can bring your palms up, using them as more of a pillow, or lay them long at your side. And we're actually going to start in a half frog today. So move your right leg. I'm going to do my left just for easier demonstration purposes, but bring your right knee parallel with your right hip. Keep that back foot flexed. Then you'll come laying down into your mat. Remember, good pillow option with your hands if that's more comfortable. You can also gaze the opposite direction. Get a little spinal twist as we lead into our practice this morning, or this afternoon, evening. Time is relative. And just coming into stillness in your half frog. Bringing your attention to your breath. Feeling your belly expand here. Keeping that right leg out, or left leg, whatever leg you started with in your half frog, keep that out. When you're ready, we're going to transition into a shoulder stretch. I'm going to demo with my opposite leg to make this easier as well. But if you had your right leg up for this, you're going to send your left arm out long to the side. Gaze goes towards your right side, planting your palm kind of near your face, your right palm here. And you're going to bring your right leg over your left, kind of coming up on to that shoulder. You'll feel a little bit of lift. Keep your head down though, resting that both palms and the side of your head into your mat. Working to gently feel an opening in that shoulder. And from here, come back to laying on your mat. We'll switch to the other side for our other half frog. So whatever leg you did not use that time, bring it up, parallel with your hip, keeping your foot flexed. Hands as a pillow. Optional, and also an option to gaze in the opposite direction of your leg or down. Work on finding your Ujjayi Pranayama, your victorious breath, bringing heat into your body by finding that nice big inhale through your nose. And open mouth, exhale. Inhale. And open mouth, exhale. Inhale through your nose, seal your lips. And exhale out your Ujjayi Pranayama. When you're ready, send your opposite arm out long parallel to your shoulder. Plant your palm. Bring your bent knee over your opposite leg, opening up the shoulder on the other side. Head gently rests on your mat. That back foot is planted into the ground. Take some of that weight off of your shoulder. Take one more inhale. Exhale, return to laying on your mat. Inhale, rise up into tabletop. If you came a little late and maybe skipped aside for your half frog, I'd recommend taking this time to go back and do the other side. Just make sure you're even out. If you're in tabletop, yogi's choice today, what they want to do. You can do some cat-cows, warming up your spine, some hip circles. If you go one way, make sure you go the opposite way. Push, stretch out your wrists. Be sending the back of your wrists towards the front of your mat. Feeling a stretch throughout that exposed arm. Or to the side, leaning into one and then the other. If you want even more wrist work, you can come kneeling and do some twists. So whatever feels good, whatever speaks to you for your practice tonight. We'll spend just a couple more breaths here. If you needed to catch up on your half frog, catch up on your shoulder stretch as well. Whatever option you decided, we'll meet back in our neutral spine tabletops. When you're ready, inhale, tuck your toes under, and exhale, press up and back, downward facing dog. Send your hips high, your gaze towards the back of your space here. Bend your knees if you need to really elongate through your arms and through your back. Your fingers are spread wide on the mat, pressing into your fingertips, taking the weight out of your wrists here. On your next inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, walk or step. Your feet up behind your hands, keeping them hips width distance apart or wider, the space of 2 fists. Relax into ragdoll here. You can grab opposite elbows, relax in ragdoll. Option for finding a bind with your arms behind your back, letting gravity bring your clasped hands slowly forward. They fall where they may, but seeing if after a few breaths, maybe some extra space opens up. Inhale. Exhale, release, bring your arms back down from wherever they were. Inhale. And exhale, slowly bring your toes together to touch. A tiny gap in between your heels. And inhale, rise up all the way to stand. One vertebrae at a time. Take your time here. When you reach the top, we'll meet together in our Samasthiti, closing our eyes or relaxing our gaze. We'll set our intention for practice today. If you brought an intention with you to the mat, I invite you to bring it to the forefront of your mind now. If not, I welcome you to share my intention today of embracing change. And whatever that means to you, it can be on or off the mat. Change that's welcome, maybe change that's not so welcome. And how you can embrace that, how you can use that to change yourself. We'll seal our intentions with a communal breath. Inhale through your nose. Open mouth, exhale, release, let it go. Gently blink your eyes open here. We'll prepare to flow. Inhale, mountain pose. Arms come high to frame your ears, grounding yourself through the floor. Feel your body lift. Your thighs come off your kneecaps. Your hips are straight and square to the front of the mat. Your arms reach high overhead and your shoulders fall down your back. Nice and relaxed. We spend lots of time crunching them up. Give them that nice space down your back. Inhale. Exhale, crescent moon to the right. Bending into the right side here. You can leave your arms as they are. I'm gonna come down for a demonstration. You can grab your opposite wrist. You can interlace your fingers, leaving your pointer finger extended. Options here, whatever bind or lack thereof feels good to you. Keeping your hips square here to the front. Your left will try to jut out, so make sure that they're nice and even. Inhale, right back to center. Exhale, crescent moon to the other side. Bending down to the left this time. Feel your core engage. Keep it nice and tight here. Just like you're in mountain pose, feel that growth and feel it as it expands along your side body. Just like your hips like to become uneven in this pose, your shoulders like to as well. So if you feel like you're collapsing forward or back, just open them up. Keep them nice and square to the front. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, forward fold. Bring your hands down to the mat, bending your knees to get there if you need to. Inhale, halfway lift. Your palms come to your shins or thighs. Pulling your shoulder blades tight along your back. Get a nice flat spine here. Inhale. Exhale, crouch and curl. Bend down. Chest comes in to meet your chin. You can leave your palms on either side of your legs or wrap them around your knees for a bit of balance. Inhale, mountain pose. Let's flow 2 times through, 1 breath to 1 movement. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, crescent moon to the right. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, crescent moon to the left. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, crouch and curl. 1 more time through. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, crescent moon to the right. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, crescent to the left. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Listen for the change. Exhale, high plank. Step your hands back. Create one long line of energy. Inhale here. Exhale, slowly lower all the way down to your belly. Untuck your back toes. Inhale, cobra pose. Lift your chest. Little to no weight in your hands here. And bring your gaze down to your mat or the floor, about 8 inches in front of you, to keep your spine in alignment. One more inhale. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, high plank or tabletop. Exhale, downward facing dog. Already made it through Sun A. Good work, yogis. We'll move on now to our Sun B flow. From your downward facing dog, inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, walk or step to the top of your space. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose, rise up, sit back. Chest is up nice and strong. Arms can frame your ears or come to your heart center. That feels better on your shoulders. Gaze down at your toes here as you put weight into your hips and into your heels, sinking into that chair. See if you can go 1 inch lower, tucking your tailbone under, tightening your core, letting it do the work here for you. Inhale. Exhale, chair with airplane arms. Legs stay exactly as they are. Arms come back in space, palms facing towards the floor. Just like in our halfway lifts, pull your shoulder blades together. Keep your arms engaged here. Inhale, drinking bird, come back forward. Rising up onto your toes here. Feel your weight shift from one place to another. One more inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga, high plank to low. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your right leg high. Exhale, low lunge, bring it through. Comes to the middle of your front hands. From your foundation, that nice 90-degree bend in your front knee. Inhale up to warrior two. Your back heel becomes parallel with the short edge side of your mat. Hips are square to the side. And when you're ready, sinking in to the 90-degree bend in your front knee. Gaze comes forward over your middle front fingertip. Your shoulders and hips are stacked in one nice neat line here. If you feel yourself going forwards or backwards, try to bring yourself back to that equilibrium right down the middle. Inhale, hinge forward. Exhale, extended side angle. Right arm spirals down. Your left rises into the air. You can bring that front arm to right above your knee. Try to keep it off your joints. Or let it hang to the inside of your front leg. Left arm is right above your nose here. Gaze can be up or down, whichever option is more comfortable for your neck. Inhale, reverse warrior, legs stay, but your upper body shifts. Right arm comes high, this time little to no weight in that back arm. Work on keeping your hips in alignment. Sometimes it feels better when we let them kind of shift around. Really pull your tailbone down and under, lifting up before finding any space to go backwards. Inhale. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana, high plank. Exhale low, find that nice 90-degree bend in your elbows. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now for the other side. Inhale, lift your left leg high. Exhale, low lunge, bring it through. Inhale, warrior two. To the other side, that back heel spirals down. Your front heel intersects your back arch or back heel. Really pressing down through the pinky edge toe sides of both of your feet. Feeling your thighs shift open, giving yourself a strong base through your legs here. Taking a look down at that front foot, making sure you can see your big toe. If you can't, moving your knee out a little bit. Inhale, hinge forward. Exhale, extended side angle on the other side. But use your core here to keep you lifted. Engaging your abdominals is going to, along with your legs, are really what's taking all of the weight in this pose. Inhale, reverse warrior. Left arm comes high this time. Rising up and then back. Feeling that opening along your left side body. Inhale. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Flow through. We'll meet together in our downward facing dogs. Always an option if you'd rather hold your high plank during this time or come straight to your downward facing dog where we'll all meet together. That is our Sun B flow for today. So we'll flow through 2 times through, 1 breath to 1 movement. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, walk or step to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose, rise up, sit back. Feel that weight in your heels. Exhale, drinking chair with airplane arms. Inhale, drinking bird, coming up onto your toes. You can leave your hands back. That's easier for balance, or bring them back forward. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana, high plank to low. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, your right leg high. Exhale, low lunge, bring it through. Inhale, warrior two, open up. Exhale, extended side angle, come forward. Inhale, reverse warrior, sink back. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Plank to low. Inhale, upward facing dog, let your chest shine forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale your left leg high. Exhale, low lunge, bring it through. Inhale, warrior two. Rise up, heel down. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, chaturanga dandasana. Spiral your hands down, plant them on the mat, flow through your way. We'll meet together in our downward facing dogs. Whew. One more time through. Before we get there, take a nice big breath in through your nose. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. One more just like that. Inhale through your nose. Open mouth, exhale. Let it go. Bring your thoughts back to our intention for today. Embracing change. Where can you find something to embrace as we go through this final sun B? Maybe it's a change in how your body feels today. Maybe something feels better, something feels worse. What can you do for yourself to welcome in that change, to embrace it? Think about that as we flow. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, walker step to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, chair with airplane arms. Squeeze your shoulders. Inhale, drinking bird, rise up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga dandasana, high plank to low. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your right leg high. Exhale, low lunge, bring it through. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, extended side angle, follow your breath. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, chaturanga dandasana, high plank to low. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, your left leg high. Exhale, low lunge, bring it through. Inhale, warrior two, rise up. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, chaturanga. If you haven't found a place for change, maybe you take a different chaturanga variation. And we'll meet back together in our downward facing dogs. So you get to your downward facing dog. Bring your knees into the mat. Spread them out wide. Bring your big toes together to touch. Send your hips back and find a child's pose. It's a lot of big, hard work as we go through those chaturangas. If you need this moment to towel off, get some water, or reconnect with your strong Ujjayi breaths, take that moment for yourself right now. Your next breath here. Inhale, come up into tabletop. Exhale, press your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, walk or step to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. Sit back into your hips, into your heels. We've been here before. Let your body recognize this pose. Inhale. Exhale, bring your palms together at heart center. Inhale, hinge forward. Exhale, prayer twist to the right. Your left arm to the outside of your right leg. Your upper body twists here. Checking in with your knees. Make sure they stay in that nice straight line. Don't let them start doing a little switch up. They'll try. And work to make yourself into a lightning bolt shape. If you are still in DC, we had a huge storm the other night, so take this time to maybe remind yourself of that. Keep your head above your heart, keep your heart above your hips. Take one more inhale. Exhale, release, forward fold. Toe heel your feet, hips width distance apart or wider. And two options here. You can find your peace fingers to big toe pose, wrapping them around both of your big toes. Or you can find gorilla pose, bringing the backs of your hands to your mat and walking your toes up to your wrists. Whatever option you decided on, slowly work to straighten your legs. Feeling a nice big stretch in the back of your calves and in your hamstrings. Relax your head and neck here. Let them grow heavy. Take one more inhale here. Exhale, release whatever option you took, let that go. Inhale, bring your toes back together. Just a sliver between your heels. Inhale, rise back up into your chair pose. Exhale, palms together at heart center. Inhale, hinge forward. Exhale, prayer twist to the left this time. Right elbow to the outside of your left knee. Working to get your palms as close to heart center as you can. Every inhale, feeling your spine extend. Every exhale, twisting a little bit deeper. Letting your body open up, make space. One more inhale here. Exhale. Find your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Step back, high plank to low. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. When you reach your down dog, find a puppy dog pose. Bring your knees down to the mat. Untuck your back toes. Slowly walk your palms forward. Your forehead or chin rests on the mat here. Really opening up through your arms, your shoulders, and along your spine. Inhale, rise back up, find tabletop. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, walker step to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain pose, rise up. Exhale, Samastitihi, hands to heart center. Inhale, tree pose on the right. Your right foot comes to the inside of your left thigh, around your ankle, to your calf, wherever feels most comfortable for you. Avoiding any joints here. Palms can come together at heart center. Gaze forward, find your drishti, unmoving point of focus. Let it be your guide here. Blocking out anything else that might be happening in your space. Option to grow your branches, just like all the trees are doing outside right now. You can lift them high, let them sway. Take one more inhale. Exhale, Samastitihi. Inhale, one-legged mountain. Still lifting that right leg here. And then exhale, figure four. Cross your ankle over your left thigh, just above your knee. You can stay right here, or really embody that chair pose, slowly sitting back into your hips, feeling a deeper stretch throughout your hips and thighs here. If you have space, option to bring your elbows into that front leg. Feeling that hip open. One more inhale. Exhale, release, let it go. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, Samastitihi. Inhale, tree pose on the other side. Left leg comes to the right calf or around the ankle or thigh. Really pressing that foot into the opposite leg, using the energy that builds to help find stability. Your knee is headed straight out to that left side. So if it starts to come in, really work on opening that hip back up. Find your option for your arms. If you'd like to grow your branches again here, or maybe you take a balance challenge, closing one eye, the other, or both. See what change that brings to the pose. You close your eyes. See if you can still picture your drishti. Take one more inhale. Exhale, release back to your Samastitihi. Inhale, one-legged mountain on the left. Those 3 points of 90-degree angle, your ankle, knee, and hip. Inhale. Exhale, figure four. Create the same shape you took on the other side. Might feel different on one hip and foot and leg than the other. You took the option to sit back or meet your elbows. Find that shape. Take one more inhale. Exhale, release, let it go. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga dandasana, high plank to low. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, send your right leg high. Exhale, low lunge, bring it through. Inhale, warrior one. Your front foot stays where it is. Your back foot is coming to a 45-degree angle. It's kind of pointing towards the upper left-hand corner of your mat here. Still looking for the 90-degree bend in your front knee. And bring your hips so that they're both facing forward, nice and square. You might need to bring your hands to your hips just to test that. Make sure they didn't go somewhere crazy. And bring your hands up, arms framing your ears. This is your warrior one. Inhale here. Exhale, bring your palms behind your back. Find that clasp together. If that's a lot on your shoulder, it's an option to grab opposite elbows. Inhale, puff up your chest. Exhale, humble warrior. Bend down to the inside of your right knee. If you found that bind, let your hands slowly get heavier, drifting overhead. Squeeze your thighs here and engage your core. Really work on keeping yourself lifted even as you bend down. It's nicer on our bodies, or it thinks it's nicer on our bodies, to kind of collapse into that front leg. Really keep yourself to the inside and let your abdominals and legs do the work here. Inhale, rise back up. Release, find your warrior one. And exhale, warrior two. We've been here before. Around that heel. It's a heel or heel to arch intersection of your feet. The 90-degree bend back in your right knee if it left. Inhale, straighten your front leg. Exhale, lean forward as far as you can. Go, 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 go. And then come down into your triangle pose. Things pop, if things crack, that's okay. My hip pops just about every single time I do this on the right side. Arms are in a nice strong T. And just like in our humble warrior, really engage your core here. Let it keep you lifted. You can use that front leg if you need to, if you want to. But try to see how much of your weight, how much of that work you can keep in your core. Let it fire up and do what it's really supposed to do for you. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, bring your toes parallel to the short side of the mat. Inhale, expand your chest. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold. Bend at the waist here. You bring your hands, your forearms, your head, whatever's accessible, down to the mat here. Option to make your stance a little wider. But really focus on keeping your weight in your toes in this pose. Once you reach that space, gravity take hold. pull you closer. Take one more inhale. Exhale, bring your palms back into the mat. If they left, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, walk your feet, hands forward. Find that low lunge. Inhale, three-legged dog. Send your right leg high. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now for the other side. Inhale, lift your left leg high. Exhale, low lunge, bring it through. Inhale, warrior one on the other side. Find that 90-degree bend in the 45-degree angle in the back foot. And really adjust your legs accordingly. You might need to shorten your stance for warrior one to feel comfortable. You might need to step your foot a little further out. Your feet here are really pretending they're on railroad tracks. So they're running parallel, but they're not overlapping. When you're ready, make sure your hips are square, arms come high. Inhale. Exhale, bring your hands behind your back. Find that bind. Inhale, puff up your chest. Exhale, humble warrior. Bend at the waist. Engaging through your core. Really pressing through the outer edges of both of your feet still, just like in any of our warrior poses. Arms become heavy, opening up, giving you more space. Inhale, rise up, return to warrior one. And exhale, warrior two. Adjust your stance. Find that warrior. Inhale, straighten your front leg. Exhale, triangle pose on the other side. Reach, 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 and then come down. Engaging your core here. Feeling it fire up. Keeping just the slightest micro bend in that front knee here to avoid locking out the joint. Keeping the muscle engaged, not the bone. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, bring both feet parallel on the mat. Option here for a bind. Bringing your palms together, grabbing opposite elbows. Maybe finding a reverse prayer. Inhale, puff up your chest. Exhale, forward, fold with your wide legs and your bind option. If your bind is not serving you, if it doesn't feel good or happy, let it go. Take one more inhale here. Exhale, release. Bring your palms to the mat. Inhale, find a wide-legged halfway lift. Exhale, walk your feet, hands forward, finding a low lunge. Inhale, one-legged dog on the other side, lifting your left leg high. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, come to a seat on your knees on your mat here. Rise up to standing on your knees, keeping them hips width distance apart. Prepare for camel. For camel, bring your palms to your low back, just like you're putting them in jean pockets. Inhale, exhale, camel pose. Push your hips forward. Feel them engage as you bring your gaze slowly further back behind you. If you can see all the way behind you, option to slowly bring your hands down to your heels. You might come up on your toes for this. Really still keep that forward engagement in your hips. When you're ready to come up, bring your palms back to your low spine. And on an inhale, slowly rise up, all in one motion. Exhale, come back to a seat on your mat. Bring your legs out in front of you. Inhale your arms high. And exhale, find a seated forward fold. Reaching for whatever's accessible here. If you want to bend your knees, grab your feet. You'll find a nice stretch throughout your low spine. If you want to keep your legs straight, reach as far as you can. You'll find some nice engagement in your hamstrings. Really work on keeping a flat spine here. We can get a lot further if we let our shoulders round. But we really want that bend to come from your hips. So work on keeping your shoulders back and letting that bend come from further down, even if it means you don't get as far as you usually do. Inhale, rise up. And shifting here, we're gonna come in to our fire log pose. So we'll start with fire log and our right leg on top. So bring your left leg in parallel with, if you're facing the front of your mat, with the short side of your mat. Flexing your foot. You'll bring your right foot on top of your left leg. Ankle is going to come right above that knee. Again, foot here is flexed. And see how much space or lack thereof there is between your knee and your other foot. To deepen this pose, we'll find another forward fold, gently walking your hands forward. If you're like me, there's a lot of space. Hands probably aren't going to go very far, but it will help deepen the stretch. You're cool right where you are. Stay there. Bring your attention to your breath here, letting it help you find little pockets. Take one more inhale. Exhale. Unravel, bring your legs out long, shake them out. And we'll switch to the other side. Right leg comes in to form our base this time. Left goes over right. This side might have more space, it might have less. Remembering here that our bodies change too, and you might find a lot more space today than other times. You might find less. Acknowledging it, letting it go. Or thinking what you could do on an everyday basis to bring that balance back. Sometimes it's not always a lot. Some of my imbalance comes from driving. But think of what you can do for your body to bring in change. It's hard. Changing ourselves can be really difficult, but also so rewarding. Take one more inhale. Exhale, release. Send your legs out long. One last bit of core work. Bring your arms out front and slowly lower back into your mat. Inhale, your knees into your chest. Exhale, happy baby pose. Send your feet towards the sky. If you want one little bit extra piece of hamstring work today, maybe straighten one leg, bring it back, the other, bring it back. Inhale your knees in towards your chest, curl up into a little teeny tiny ball. And exhale, Shavasana. Let it all go. Take up space. Find your natural rhythm. And I'll call you out when it's time. Slowly bring feeling back into your body. Wiggle your fingers, your toes. Roll out your wrists and your ankles. Shake your head from side to side. Take a nice big full body stretch like you've just woken up this morning. Roll onto your favorite side in a comfortable fetal pose, using your arm as a pillow. Thank yourself for making it to the mat today, for embracing change, for carving out these 60 minutes just for yourself. Slowly rise up to a comfortable seated position, keeping your eyes closed. Bring your palms together. When you're ready, inhale them up to your third eye, the space between your eyebrows, the center of intuition. We bow together, honoring ourselves, one another, and our practice today. Namaste. Namaste, yogis. Thank you so much for coming to Vinyasa Yoga today. Again, I'm Katie. Hope to see you next week. Have a great rest of your Wednesday.
Thank you.
Thanks.